What's up, traders? Welcome to live session from Forex Trading Wizard Academy. This is Forex Wizard, your trading coach. I will be doing a live trading session and live analysis, live discussion about trading psychology, live trading, fundamental, technical that we do every trading day. As you have seen in this live session, there is a lot of value to take from. So before I begin this very important session, as there is a news coming on dollar CAD, you could see incredible volatility in the market. Like the gold is very fussy today, as you have seen. So let's see how we can catch in that market best trade possible. Now before I jump on to analysis and trade, make sure you give a like, smash it, and also see if you have subscribed or no. If you haven't done it, do it as tomorrow and after tomorrow. Very important lesson coming on the YouTube, very important candlestick pattern as well as a smart money concept that I will be releasing for free on YouTube. So make sure that you give the like button as well as subscribe so that it goes to your homepage. So let's begin today's live session. Any question, don't hesitate to ask me in the live chat option available. I'll try to cover most of them. As you can see, I do try to cover everything. So first I will begin with gold. We have a couple of attempts today on gold, up and down. That's very choppy market so far. Now what do you see that on gold? If you look at 1 hour chart, what I see, you can see this is the most very difficult price action, you can say, because as you can see, every hour the price is forming and upside, creating new high every time, liquidity and then dropping. So what I think that during the news we might see the gold is doing the spike, and then we could see that gold grabbing enough liquidity for a drop. For me, if you look at the daily, this is a very narrow range on the daily as well. That's why gold is ranging on the lower time frame, and that's what we see that the market, for me, it's a very narrow range, but I think that gold will have a after even a spike to the upside, we'll see that gold is coming to the downside, or at least to have a big spike, and then we could see a price. But initially I think that gold will have a drop. So let's see, today is a very important day. A weekly close coming, monthly close coming, and that's the very good day. As you can see, the market is extremely volatile. We saw that some pairs are very volatile, especially JPY pairs, AUD pairs. Gold is a little bit of sideways, as you have seen. So let's see all of them. Also JPY pairs, dollar yen, extremely volatile and trending, including the euro dollar. So let's look at one by one. First of all, gold, very choppy and in a sideways, okay, completely one candle range. Okay, this is a very difficult range, as you can see. So we'll leave that for the news to be released, and then once you see the market moved, we'll be looking to trade. And in the meantime, let's look at the pairs that is trending aggressively. One is dollar yen. Okay, dollar yen, the trade we are running, it's keep running. We'll be keep running that trade. It's this one we have opened at the top. Still, this is what it is. When the trend is very high, we have to go with the trend. So dollar yen, you can see that from the daily perspective, there is a strong movement to the upside, and I think that dollar yen highly likely, at least today, even we can expect to go a bit more further. Already there has been significant movement to the upside on dollar yen. And looking at the bigger picture, monthly, the price on the monthly opening and close, which is in fact a resistance level, but we see that the market is not stopping. It's just pushing high and high, because there was an important decision made on JPY. So you look at that as well, that fundamental aspect, why JPY got so much weaker, and then we'll look at what other instruments are doing. So looking at the monthly, we have seen that JPY from the weekly, we see the prices cross this doji's low, okay, and then we saw that the market has immediately gone to the upside. Now with that move, what I see that JPY might be highly likely preparing for a trend to the upside, very highly likely to happen. If we look at the daily, what we see that the market after this crossover, this 10 and 20 EMA, JPY dollar yen has in fact bounced to the upside. Now if we closely look at, in fact it formed a very solid structure on the daily dollar yen, leaving at the previous resistance zone here, and in fact you can consider it as a reversal pattern, and from this level we have seen a break to the upside, and I'm expecting this market to continue to rise. Highly likely it will initially break this daily high, which is also the monthly important level, and from that zone we might see it might come down for a pullback. But in that move we can expect dollar yen to continue to rise in that direction. Our TP target at 136.36, which is almost nearing. We opened based on 1 hour chart after this red candle. I'm expecting it to have another push and to give us the TP on this one. The market, you can see, starting with this liquidity grab, there has been a very long impulse to the upside on dollar yen. Now with that impulse, the price has gone up, narrow correction again. So we could see that this market during the news even we could see a significant impulse to the upside. What is going up is likely to go up. And gold, you can see now after this 1 hour doji, after multiple time liquidity grab, now it is preparing for that desired drop towards the downside. So let's look at one by one. In the meantime, guys, make sure that you give a big like and also subscribe, so that you know the stream to be visible to more people. I'll be looking at all the pairs that we are trading, as well as let me know which one you are looking at so that I can also look at the same. Good day, boss. Thank you, Shady King. Good afternoon, coach. Your student is ready for guidance. Absolutely, King. Thank you very much, King. I'm not trading gold until you instruct me to. Thank you very much. Awesome. We'll be looking at gold. Is very choppy. You can see it's choppy for a couple of days, but we'll be looking at that. Let's see, coach. GJ, please. Absolutely. Yeah, we'll be looking at GJ. It's very important. 10. Hi, coach. Thanks for AUD, NZD, and UJ. Thank you very much. 10. AUD, NZD is an awesome. It's going still down. I'm really enjoying that trade. We'll be looking at more on that. This kind of trade, NZD CAD, AUD, NZD that we have taken. These are very good trades that I love to trade. This kind of trade. Hi, coach Gold. I'm Big Bear. What's your analysis? Yeah, all Big Bear, very good. It looks like that it will ultimately break to the downside. So far what I see on gold, I'm also bearish, and all the trade that I took so far is sell. Let's see. Good morning, boss. I'm dollar yen. Thanks. I'm in dollar yen. We are also in buy trade on dollar yen. Yep, it's still bullish. Gold. Sherry, sir, can you help us check US oil? Absolutely. I'll be looking at all of them. Okay, we'll be looking first of all. We have looked at gold. Looks like that it's slowly turning to be bearish. In the meantime, I'll quickly look at GBP, JPY, and dollar yen. Dollar yen we have primarily looked at. Let's look at GBP, JPY. JPY appears looking very aggressive, especially GBP, JPY. You know, when this candle was forming, okay, I was on London session, you know, live, that I mentioned that I was almost about to go long, and then I didn't go. This is satisfying our TF strategy perfectly. The only reason I didn't go is a very big stop loss, 170 pips stop loss. That's why I didn't go, because I need a bit more risk to reward ratio, either high probability or high risk to reward. So I did not trade on that. Still I'm waiting for an entry, and in the meantime I have entered dollar yen, which in fact going in the direction bullish trade. So if I look at GBP/JPY bigger picture, first of all monthly. Now from the monthly, okay, how do we identify? So normally what I do here, I first look at daily in any market that I trade. In the beginning I look at daily, because daily is neither lower time frame nor the higher time frame, it's in the middle. And daily chart is very reliable, because for those who swing trade or have a full-time job, or even don't want to take the stress of trading, just set the trade, forget it. Daily chart is a very good way to make money, passive income, stress-free income, easy money when trade on the daily. And this is why there's a lot of volumes comes in that daily price action, daily market structure. So GBP/JPY, we saw that from the daily, this is a bullish market. You can see starting with this liquidity gap, this impulse correction, it is in another impulsive phase. So what is going up is likely to go up. As a result, we saw that GJ is heading to the upside. I think that at least we can expect to create a not all-time high, there is all-time high here, at least to break this recent high on the daily, which in fact has a significant significant distance still remaining. So now looking at the bigger picture monthly on GBP/JPY, what I see that on the monthly perspective, that this market from the monthly, this is the monthly support level here, okay, from this trend line, the price is bouncing off. And this month we saw that there's a gap opening, and then the market started to move to the upside. Now you can see that this candle will tell you that what's gonna happen. That when you see a candle is weaker, long week, not trying to move, that's where the weakness. This one we see that a very strong momentum, and this is the last day of the month, a couple of hours, 8 hours for this candle. And I think that in this time we might see the market is hitting that resistance zone, and we could see at least break of this high today. That could lead us a really good trading opportunity. Now if we look at the weekly, we can see the market already. This is where I look at, paying attention to detail is the key. Keep in mind that the focus is the key points in every aspect in trading. As that there is a movie called Limitless. I don't know how many of you have heard of that movie. What they explain is that the focus creates everything. He got a medicine, and then with the medication he got an incredible focus. Why focus is so important is because where the attention goes, the energy goes there. And in fact, attention is energy. Okay, attention is energy, and this is why focus is so important. What do I mean by here is that this is the weekly candle on GBP/JPY, and you can see that the market has a little bit of cross to the downside, where in fact need to importantly look at is that looking at the important zone, so that exactly the market grab the liquidity and then bounce to the upside. So this little penetration from the previous weekly low can give this market an incredible advantage for a very big move to the upside. For example, this one here, you see market did that big move have happened. If you look at in the past, you see that in an uptrend, when you see a little bit of this one you can see afterwards, back to back 2 weeks the market was in an uptrend. Whenever you see that the market cross the previous weekly low, okay, that's the sign that the market is highly bullish. Now with that respect, because the market has broken to the upside, we have quite a few confluence for potential bullish. I am expecting GJ to go ahead and test the resistance zone in that direction. So monthly, weekly, daily potential bullish. There is a very nice looking crossover of this 10 and 20 EMA, and nicely the price has moved to the upside. We can see that buy alert in that zone. According to this one, also satisfying the rules of our TF and news and price action trading strategy. And we saw the market, in fact this current candle is also bullish candle. Okay, if it closed like that, we could see another one also moving to the upside. So there is a very high probability for GBP/JPY to keep going up. For me to enter either in a lower time frame or in a higher time frame, I just need to find, especially on the 4-hour, you can see if the market moves like that, that's a bullish trading opportunity. Any kind of smaller dodges or anything like that will give us another entry opportunity on GBP/JPY. And I will not be a seller at all. This market, as the yen got weaker, this is a very strongly bull market, and I'll keep looking at that. Let's look at gold, guys. Looks like that the market now slowly coming towards the downside on gold. Okay, so you see that there has been slowly, after long consolidation, this shape is now slowly moving towards the downside. From the 1 hour, we saw that multiple times the price almost 4 dodges on the 1 hour long consolidation. Now the market is slowly trying to break to the downside. Now yesterday during the live session, we had a trade here, as you have seen on gold, a quick trade, very fast trade, because it was a scalping trade. And if I find another one, definitely will jump on a trade. Now gold, this is the 15 minutes candle. What I see that on the 15 minutes, because today the market is very choppy, okay, sideways, but looks like that slowly turning to bearish. There is a 1 hour head and shoulder. We have seen that the price perfectly tested this previous support here as a resistance. With this is a fake move to the upside, and with this fake move the price in fact tested this previous support on resistance, and we have seen the market has formed a head and shoulder on the 1 hour and has in fact dropped towards the downside. Now this structure here for me is a bearish structure. You can see back to back 4 candles on the 1 hour has gone up, and then drop. So every time the buyers buying the market, the sellers creating another drop. So you can see the market, as the news is coming, getting a little bit of volatile. So for me, if any kind of fake move will give us potential trading opportunity, let's say if there is any fake move that we have seen yesterday, as the news coming on dollar CAD, we might see very strong volatility. Once you see that, entry will be looking for trade. Now dollar CAD, you can see for me, if I look at the weekly, this is for me it's a bullish market, dollar CAD. Okay, we saw that from this support zone, dollar CAD has a bounce to the upside. If I look at the monthly, we can see the market in a zone where there is the monthly resistance zone. I think that USD CAD might continue to rise to the upside. Daily candle, this is the daily candle, and we see that there was a huge move to the upside, little pullback, and then again has gone to the upside. Today during the news we could see some, because this daily candle already has gone up, now we might see some some spike. Okay, that spike could make dollar CAD to break to the downside, which is very likely possibility to happen. If it does, that will give us a very good buying opportunity, though it's a very big move. May not happen, may happen, but if it happens, then we'll be seeing how we can find trading opportunity. But for me, it's a bull market. Let's see how it is evolving after the news. As I mentioned yesterday, before news we didn't know what gold is going to do, and once the news release, we saw the direction in the market, which in fact has come in the direction. So let's see the news in 7 minutes time, prepare for it. If there is any opportunity comes up, we'll be taking that. So we are running dollar yen trade with profit, so we'll keep that. I'm expecting it to go up and hit the TP. In the meantime, let's look at the AUD NZD. Now AUD NZD, guys, as I mentioned earlier today, this is the trade. We have two profit target on this one. One we close to it 1.2 times TP1, and TP2 is heading to 4 times profit. This is how the trading is. For those who are thinking about the challenge account or funded account, then I'll say that this is the best trading education, best system that you will find here in Forex Trading Wizard Academy. The way we trade, you can see that it's all about percentage. It's not about the pip. Okay, this is the first thing as a trader that you need to grasp. I hope that you understood. Let me know any question again. You see that AUD NZD pre-London session that we opened this trade from here, and I was discussing this. You have seen that trade, in fact, I'm still holding. TP1 is close to it 1.2%. TP2 we are already around 2.7% up. Risk-free trade, we move the stop loss at entry, and I wanna take it to full 4% on this one. This is how trading is. When you win, take the big one, or the sure one. When you lose, cut it very short. Okay, so this is how trading is. So let's look at so AUD NZD will be keep running along with the NZD CAD. Okay, NZD CAD, as I mentioned earlier, looks like that NZD CAD also might give us big one like the GBP CAD. This one I'm expecting to get 5% on this one, 5 times TP. This is the risk, this is the TP target, and after it breaks to the upside, we will move the stop loss at entry. It will be also a risk-free trade. So all the trade that we are running almost risk-free. Let's see, and any trade coming along the way, I'm gonna open again. Just let the news be released and then we'll be on it. So in the meantime, let me know in the chat how you are doing. So we have 4 minutes to go for the news to come up. NZD was your analysis. Absolutely, look at that. I'm bearish on NAS100 coach. Please check. Okay, we'll look at it. Afternoon coach, thanks for AUD NZD trading. We are profiting from it. Very good, Akin. Thanks for your mention. I know that you are a very good trader, and I'm sure that you're gonna do it very good. Well done. Yeah, good evening, coach. Gold is preparing for some great move. if any entry, please suggest in live. Yeah, absolutely. Although any entry coming up, I'll not miss. You know, I'm a trader. I love trading. Any entry coming up, I'll be jumping on it. Today we have jumped on many trades and most of them are successful. Let's see how it does. The goal, please. Good evening, coach. Thank you. Motivational speaker, thank you very much. How did catch this massive AUD and ZD trade BLK? Give us tips to find those trades. Yeah, absolutely. I will be explaining everything, what did I consider, so that you guys can learn it. This is the main goal of Forex Trading Wizard Academy, to help the trader so that they can find the best trade, they can gain freedom as a trader. We'll be looking at today some news. So which move is expecting gold? I'm expecting drop on gold. Before drop, if it goes for a spike, could go, but looks like that to me gold is bearish. Let's see what it does. So can you check Euro GBP? It's a daily. Yeah, I'll be looking at USD CAD in 15 minutes. Yeah, dollar CAD is very volatile. I wonder if the market are expecting. Yeah, so you know, at the end of the, let's keep the news calendar on, so that you know exactly how the news is playing out, so that the results will be really game changer on the news, because these are very important event. So if we look at dollar and CAD, so CAD GDP, dollar core PCE price index, and employment cost index. So 43 seconds, all of them coming together, very volatile. Let's look at gold. Is to the downside, is coming down with this. Okay, looks like that. So it might go up to grab some liquidity, and then it could drop. Okay, so let's see. I think that's, it might do the same thing that yesterday did here. Okay, a long wick candle. Okay, we see that in fact it's heading to the downside as expected. All right, so 1 minute to go. Okay, we saw that, as I mentioned, that there is a spike and then up and down. All right, so this is 1 hour candle. Let's look at the monthly perspective. This is the monthly support. Okay, all right. I'm expecting it to grab some liquidity from the resistance. So let's prepare for any trade. Okay, that's the move happened. Massive drop. Let it go up, grab some liquidity from here, which is likely to happen. Yeah, it's going up again, as I mentioned. Without liquidity, the big boys will not get fed. They need to first feed, and then we'll see. Now this is the game changer. What it's doing, trying to do, it's going up and then grabbing liquid, coming back, or it's just, let's see how it is trying to do. 5 minutes and 15 minutes are very important time frame. Okay, very good. Awesome. Yeah, that's what I was telling, that the market is likely to grab good amount of liquidity for a move. So let's look at the result here. And GDP on CAD is a bit less than forecast. Core PCE is same. Employment cost is a bit better than forecast. So that goes the DXY little bit of strength. Should be a little bit of strength. Okay, we saw that the market just has gone up, has come back down, as I mentioned. Okay, let me see DXY. Okay, we see that DXY, this is the daily, just has crossed the daily 20 EMA. Now, this is a very crucial point here to look at on DXY. Almost near the monthly opening and closing. It's the monthly opening and closing on DXY. If I look at the weekly, daily, so euro dollar, we had opened a trade, that's sell trade. I was sell on euro, gold, and all the instrument. So gold, let me see what it is trying to do now here. Okay, so you saw that from the 1 hour, significant amount of liquidity grab. And this is important candle on the 5 minutes to see. Gold is still maintaining the weekly support here. Okay, still maintaining the weekly support. It's struggling to break that weekly support. This is very crucial points to look at. Okay, so you can see that it's still in the middle, almost in the middle. Until we see the candle close, there is no direction yet, so let's keep that aside. Let me look at the JPY pairs. Dollar yen coming down for, I think, deeper pullback. Yeah, so from the 1 hour, okay, so we had the TP target hit on the, yeah, dollar yen has a TP hit, very good. So dollar yen hit our TP, even I didn't see that. Now I can see, very good. So you got TP on dollar yen. So as I mentioned, okay, so we had at 136.36, that one 1.4 times. So very good. Let's see what other instruments are doing. So GBP/JPY, which is closing 21 minutes later. For me, GBP/JPY also very strongly bullish. Let me look at Euro/JPY, euro dollar is bearish. It's heading to the daily 20 EMA, almost nearing the daily 20 EMA. So euro dollar is heading to daily 20 EMA, which is a very, very important area of value. So USD CAD definitely then pushing high. Yeah, that's slowly pushing to the upside. Okay, gold now coming down. So euro dollar, just looking at to see, we sold euro dollar previously and then we closed out. Okay, so going back to gold again. So there is a liquidity grab on this one on 4 hour. That's the sign that gold is prepared for a drop. So firstly it grabbed liquidity, okay, from the top. As you can see, it crossed the previous candle's high and then has come down. Now it is important to see for those couple of price action how it is trying to do. Gold, let's keep watching, being patient. Very important to be patient. So from the 1 hour on euro dollar also you see that there is a doji from the 15 minutes is being closed. So AUD and ZD that we had 4 times TPU on this one is here. Okay, we are expecting it to come down. Let me look at Aussie yen. Yen is still very weaker. CHF-JPY aggressively bullish. AUD USD is bearish. Euro GBP, after making a doji, has a rejection. We saw that euro in fact has a breakdown. Okay, gold, yeah, so it crossed this high. Let me see, it's form a doji on the 15 minutes. More bigger, so it's the monthly support. Where is the monthly support? So it did the same thing here. You can see multiple times grabbed significant liquidity. I wanna see it to push to the upside again. Okay, so from this place, what I looks to me that gold should be melting towards the downside to the monthly support. This is the monthly opening and closing, and from that zone we might see bounce or even break towards the downside. So if we sell here, stop loss here, not enough risk to reward. I want to see a little bit of manipulation to the upside. Already has done. So very likely that gold will drop. Okay, may drop, like not will, gold may drop. Still, this is on the weekly support. I think that this support is not holding anymore. Okay, we see euro dollar also aggressive now, downside. The 15 minutes on euro dollar, use the daily 20 EMA. It's here. How many pip? 51 pip. Okay, I will be taking 21 pip move on euro dollar. I'm expecting, though it is not a high risk to reward, but I'm very expecting that euro dollar to come to daily 20 EM at least. So there will be 24 pip stop loss. I'm gonna sell this now on euro dollar. I know there is low risk to reward, but I'm wanna make sure that it's going in the direction that I'm expecting. I lose to 24 pip. So it's giving me a little more better, guys. So now it's giving me here. It's giving me almost 1.14. So it is around now 19 pip SL. Okay, so euro dollar for me, I'm expecting it to have a drop, okay, to the daily 20 EMA, which is very likely to happen. The way the price has started to drop, very likely that euro dollar will drop to daily 20 EMA. So I have sent that. There are many ways I trade, as I mentioned that sometime. Okay, so for this one, okay, I'm expecting euro dollar, this is the 1 hour candle is closing, to have another drop because there is a significant liquidity gap from the top, and there is a daily 20 EMA. Okay, I'm expecting for the price to come back down to daily 20 EMA to retest it, which is very likely to happen. From the weekly we can see that the market already in that zone, so there is a probability for the price to come down to test this level. Okay, so let's keep that on. So 4 hour candle closing in 5 minutes time. So what's happening with the gold with that? Okay, let's keep that on and then I'll jump on other instrument. Let me look at what other I'm doing. So if you look at AUD and ZD, which we see that significantly bearish, gold is still in that zone, and I'm expecting gold to, so from the 5 minutes, gold euro dollar has a little bit of upside, but I think that you should be able to see on the candle close so because this is the daily candle so far, because it's nearing the 20 EMA on the daily. Yeah, very highly likely that euro dollar today will will come to that 20 EMA to test that 20 EMA, which is highly likely to happen. The way we see the euro dollar has a significant rejection from the top on the monthly as well, you see that the market almost there. So long-term trend, we saw there was a long consolidation, liquidity grab, and the market structure has broken down, though we see a little bit of support break, so you see some upward move. This 4 hour candle is closing very soon. With that candle close, so my entry on euro dollar is at 7.6, yeah, 7.7, yeah. Okay, let me look at the chat, guys. Okay, very good, thank you. Hi sir, I joined your baby group today, 2 p.m. I joined monthly. Thank you very much, no problem, Manola, you will be enjoying, I'm sure that you are welcome. Very good, Manola, thank you for being here. Really appreciate your presence here. TP, can you set big event TP3? Yeah, absolutely. So I'm beginner, so how many month equity DC? You can join us very easily. You can visit the website, link in the description, and also there is a link at the top of this chat. You see the website address. Click the website and visit the website and let the live agent know if you have any question. Which, how can you apply TF strategy in gold? Rahul, exactly in the same way that we are applying in any instrument, TF strategy will be applied on the gold exactly in the same way. Good day, coach. Thank you. Turangis market hardest to trade on Mondays and Fridays. A little bit volatile, but not hard to trade. Little bit of volatile. Today we saw that because of the high impact news, the market is little bit of volatile. Okay. The USD is pretty much a status quo. Not bad. Yeah, that's true. Absolutely. Means how are the pips calculated on gold is the last two whole number. Yeah, we'll be discussing that on bins. Thank you. Could you use 30? Yeah, absolutely. Thanks, no problems. I haven't about to. Okay, let's see. Looks like that there are some, because there is a liquidity triggered here, so we see some upside. I'm expecting euro dollar, this 4-hour candle is closing. I'm expecting it to go down and test the daily 20 EMA. Okay, so far there is a doji has formed. Still there should be downside move on this one afterwards because there's a long week, and as you can see there's a daily 20 EMA, and which has not been tested for very long time. And I think that euro dollar should come down to test that daily 20 EMA. On the 15 minutes the price has just closed. It might test the 20 EMA on the 15 minutes as well. Let's look at the 5 minutes as well. So you see there is some up move has come. Okay, I'm expecting euro dollar to come down. Let's see what it is trying to do. So this is the 1-hour candle has closed. It has a little bit of so looking at the 4-hour, sometime market doesn't do what you expect it. Okay, so let's keep that aside and keep it running. In the meantime, a candle has closed. Let's look at all the pairs to see. AUD NZD it's going to the direction. I'm expecting it to hit the full 4 times TP on this one. CAD, CHF, JPY. So you see the JPY pairs are very aggressively bullish. I think euro dollar might not work out well today. AUD CHF, JPY, Euro GBP, Euro JPY, GBP AUD. Okay, so euro dollar might, it's hit my stop loss. So euro dollar didn't work out well. Okay, let's forget about it because it didn't do the job. So let's see what's happening with the gold. Probably the market, there is a yeah, that's, you know, when it happens. We see that. Let's look at the dollar yen and all those. Okay, so see, JPY looks like very weaker in comparison with all the instrument that we have. Euro dollar just has gone GBP USD looks like that the market want to trend with the old direction. So NZD CAD is doing very well. NZD CAD, that the trade that we have opened, looks like that this one we can take that 5 times. Let's keep that on. Okay, so we see that some change in sentiment. Let's look at the result on the calendar. So we see that there was GDP. From this, what we see that DXY should be in favor, but from the perspective we see that DXY in fact again bouncing off the resistance zone. Okay, so the market, if you look at the DXY, what we saw that from this resistance level, the market has grabbed the liquidity on DXY. Now we see the bouncing from the resistance zone. So with that bounce, what I think that DXY might be, let's look at the weekly to see, because on the weekly resistance level we can see that DXY started to move the other way. Now daily it has crossed all this high, now coming a little bit of weaker. We look at the 4 hour, we can see that from this resistance zone the price grab the liquidity, now coming down. So yeah, what you could see DXY in the last moment after triggering a huge liquidity from the top. Okay, I see the DXY now jumping towards the downside. So let's see how it does. We'll be looking at. So thank you. Hi coach, I want to go long GBP UD. What do you think? Yeah, we'll look at it. Any trade on dollar yen? Yeah, I thought SL was yeah, SL was that goal now turning. Yeah, so there is some sentiment change in the market. Let's see, because the market like this, you know, it will change its sentiment and then again will revert back. So we see that gold from this lower time frame, from the 4 hour candle close after testing the 20 EMA from the 1 hour, and today gold is very choppy. Okay, we see that with that news there's only one candle you can see on the 15 minutes has dropped, and the whole day the market was choppy. This is what happened, you know, when the market does this. In fact, nothing we can do about it. Okay, the market does it. So the main thing here that we need to keep in mind is that always do proper risk management and take the bigger trade. So AUD and ZD trade that I was talking about, which is going to the 4 times profit on this one. So this one we open pre-London session. Okay, and as you have seen in my pre-London session, this is where we have entered this trade with proper entries, stop loss, and take profit target on this one on AUD and ZD. We had 2 TP on this one. Okay, and TP1 1.07483, TP2 1.0619. So TP1 hit, I'm expecting it to give me the TP2 as well. I think it will drop further, even breaking the TP2. It might even come down to the here to this level, okay, which is very likely to happen. There's a lot of imbalance in that zone. So it's now only around 11 pip from TP2 on AUD and ZD that you have seen early in the pre-London session. So this is what I try to explain you guys, that trading, you know, all the time the trade will not go in the direction. If it doesn't go in the direction, you just need to exit the trade fastest way possible. Only way, you know, you can make money, can sustain in this market for long term. If you really so we had a dollar yen trade also hit TP, okay. Now the only way one can survive and sustain in this market is by, you know, doing the risk management. There is only one way to survive in that market, by doing the risk management. Otherwise, no matter how hard you try, you'll see that ultimately, you know, very soon you might even quit. So it is important that, you know, if you really want to be a consistently profitable trader, the only way is to look for the trade bigger win, okay, and then hold it. When it is not going in your direction, just exit the trade fastest way possible. And this week, as I mentioned, that you see we had AUD and ZD trade now coming to the 4 times. NZD CAD trade that we have opened is still going in the day. You can see this is now bouncing to the upside, and I'm waiting to give me the 5 times on this one. Previous week we closed GBP CAD. This one is still moving. If we hold it, we still could take it. This is what the real trading education is. Not about the, you know, a single trade or a trade alert. Is not that. Is that the real trading is so that you know how to pick in a single trade 327 pip profit in a single trade. So to catch those kind of trade, you need to have a strategy and back tested strategy, proper education, need to know where the market is moving. Now, where did I, you know, I mentioned previously about the GBP CAD. Looks like the NZD CAD will work out that 5 times, hopefully. Now, why did I enter the NZD CAD? I mentioned earlier, this is a smart money zone, okay. This is where the smart money bought and sold, okay. Now, this kind of zone, it is important to identify, need to be able to identify to be profitable as a trader. You know, this week on Saturday, on Sunday, so Sunday I will be releasing a video explaining the smart money zone, where smart money is buying to catch the big trade. If you really want to catch the long trade like this, like the one that we did on GBP CAD and NZD CAD is running, I'll recommend you to watch that video on Sunday that I will be releasing about smart money concept, and you can catch that video by just subscribing to the channel. Press that bell notification. It will be free on YouTube for all of you, so that you can have understanding of this smart money concept, where they are buying and selling. Okay, so Vincent 4 hours 7 minutes ago. Yeah, hello coach, I hope you are doing free. Thank you very much. I'm coach. When do you say when to enter trade? I'm missing any message to enter the trade. Yeah, if I find an entry again, I'll call, and then everyone will know. Please look at Eurusdjpy when you started. Yeah, I'll be looking at US30 now. Okay, so US30. Now US30, what I see that from the higher time frame, looking at the weekly, this is the weekly close. As you know that there's a monthly close also coming. So from the monthly close, I see that US30 is forming a candle which has a half body, half wick, and this is for me a bullish candle. Okay, this is US30 monthly price action. It is a bullish candle, and with that monthly price action on US30, what we saw that the market has created this impulse to the upside from this consolidation, and then there is a drop. The market has consolidated in that area, has broken the low, grabbed the liquidity, and then created this big monthly bullish candle. Now why did I, how the market moves, it's very important to look at. See that once you understand the basic, it will become easier. So when you see this is a repetitive pattern happen over and over in the market, higher time frame, lower time frame, monthly, weekly, 5 minutes, every time frame you see this kind of pattern in the market. So you can see that US30 has broke to the downside, has broken and crossed that. This is the previous low here. Okay, very important candle, and once it created an overextended here, we saw this market again went back. And with that respect, what I think that US30 will be trending to the upside, because it grabbed the liquidity from the bottom. Now it is likely to move up to grab liquidity from top, or even to trend to the upside. This is the previous monthly candle. Now this month we have seen so far a move happen, now has come down for a pullback. If we look at the weekly, what we see that the market has formed this impulse on the weekly, has come back down, created a long wick candle and formed this doji on the weekly time frame. So with that weekly doji, US30, this is the weekly close is coming, highly likely that this market might close as a doji like that, which give a probability for US30 to move up again. If we look at the daily, you can see there is already a daily candle has formed, a bullish candle. Now when you see like a sharp drop, sharp rise, you could see again another attempt. So with that respect, once the market open in the new trading, we might see another attempt from the seller, and then what I think that US30 will remain bullish, because in this time frame on the daily, this is the liquidity. Okay, this is where the key points to look at. You see where the market, if you know that point, it becomes much easier for you to take this move. And this is what exactly I explain in the upcoming videos, that when you see this kind of movement, where to look for the smart money zone in the market. Okay, this is a smart money area where liquidity and then the buyers bought. Now the big boys who really move the market, they place their trade in the zone where the retail trader place their stop loss. This is where the smart money buys and sells. Now you can see that this is the support zone here. This is where that has crossed and liquidity is triggered. And liquidity trigger means that there is a big boys are buying. They don't place all the time, they just place in the zone where there is a liquidity, and the market moves from liquidity to liquidity. And I think that because the market has triggered that liquidity after a little pullback, we can expect US30 to remain bullish in that direction. So let's see, for me, you see this impulse correction, I think that US30 should be trending to the upside. Okay guys, in the meantime, I have put a link in the chat for EVA Trade. They're regulated. Anyone looking for regulated broker, you can use EVA Trade to open an account with them. They're regulated, so your capital will be in the safe hand. the link in the description and the chat. Also there's a link in the description. You can join our trade, you can register for free. Just the link, click the link and then register. I will recommend you to use a regulated broker so that your trading journey become fruitful and memorable. So let's look at now. Let me know in the chat. News has been released. What was NZD? Amazing trade, Gilberto. Thank you very much, Gilberto. Thanks for that mentioning. Yeah, NZD CAD is still moving, and I'm expecting it to move in the direction. So yeah, euro dollar may have used, it has gone to the resistance zone again. Probably this, you can see that euro dollar from this support, there is a liquidity grab, and the market, there is a daily 20 EMA. It didn't come, it respected the support. You can see after crossing this red low, we saw this bounce to the upside. So it ultimately might come down slowly. Okay, this is the weekly candle from the monthly. The trend is still up, so this is where the thing is happening. The trend is still up, and we might see euro dollar might be even moving in a sideways. Okay, so NZD CAD, I really like this kind of trade, and we'll keep that running on. Let me look at the gold now, what it is trying to do. Gold, very one candle range. Okay, very choppy. If we look at the monthly, bigger picture, so ultimately we might see, gold is not moving anywhere. I think that it might be even closing at around 1980 1985 zone, and then initially, the way I see that weekly support, the price is finding it difficult to break the weekly support on gold. During the news, the market couldn't break this weekly. Knowledge info, thank you very much, Jofia. I think euro dollar might be moving in a sideways, and I'll talk about it. Okay, so gold, no, this is the support on gold, and with that support, if I look at the monthly and the weekly, very narrow range. So what do you see that gold ultimately one candle range, and with that one candle range, let me see what it is trying to do. Okay, so if weekly candle on gold, okay, are not able to close, are not able to break the support, which is not happened so far, that could lead gold to remain bullish. Okay, because initially, I mean, you can't see that, let's say this monthly candle close, and then you cannot see that gold immediately drop. We could see, if the price couldn't break the, create a narrow doji, we might see initially an uprise and then coming down and then going to the upside like that. So if you look at the weekly, now we see that on the weekly support, if this one is forming a doji on the weekly like that, which is likely to happen on gold, in that case, if we look at the daily, the price struggling to break this weekly support, and we can see that from the support zone now the price pushing to the upside. So a very one candle range on gold, and I think that because the price is struggling to break the weekly support, there are two possible scenarios. One, if the price tonight managed to break the weekly support, close back below, we might see that further drop. But if we see that this current candle, okay, this one is not being able to break the support, we could see that next week, after a little pullback from this weekly trend line, we might see another uprise to the upside. It might be in this zone for the whole month, but if this candle closing as a doji, then after testing the support, we might see an uprise and then coming down like this. It might be in the range from the weekly. And if we look at that daily, you could see that this one, you can see one candle range on the market open. We might see even a gap opening and then going bullish or ranging in that zone. So 34 minutes for this candle, and sideways movement again, okay, on gold. So there is nothing on the higher time frame. If we look at the 15 minutes and 5 minutes, we see that the market showing bullish momentum. Okay, euro dollar has broken to the upside. From the 1 hour 20 EMA. Euro dollar, I think that, what I think, this is the 1 hour candle. It should be testing the daily 20 EMA even later today. Okay, and very unlikely that euro dollar will be able to go up without taking enough liquidity from the support. The reason we saw this bounce up, cross the daily low and then has a bounce, but it should be coming down again. You see on the 15 minutes we saw that it has crossed this high again after creating this overextended market. It's bouncing to the downside. Now when there is a monthly close calm, the market manipulate like that. Okay, there is always manipulation in the market. So what's happening with the AUD and ZD? AUD and ZD is about to hit 4 times on this one. So you see that AUD and ZD trade that we have opened early today. This is what I try to explain to every trader, is that no one in the world will be able to tell you 100% of the time that if you open a trade it will go in the direction. There will be always some trade will not move the way you want it. This is why stop loss putting and doing the risk management is very, very important. How many of you don't know how to calculate the lot size? Can you let me know in the chat so I can exactly tell you how to calculate the lot size? Because risk management, the first part of risk management is calculating the lot size. Number one is calculating the lot size is very, very important. Okay, so if you really want to be a successful trader, you need to know how to calculate the lot size. Gold is going up. Yeah, what do you think on gold? Zofia, I think that euro dollar, I'm expecting the euro dollar to have another bounce. I think it will come down further later for the daily to grab the liquidity from the daily 20 EMA. This is a very strong bull market. Because of that we see that again has a bounce, but I think on the 1 hour candle close we might see some downward movement again on the euro dollar. But at this point, the way the price actions form, we cannot trade this one this time. Knowledge info, very good. NZD CAD trade, absolutely very good. So let's see that trade, the one that we, okay, NZD CAD, I'm expecting it to, how many of you are still in this trade? This is our VIP trade on also not only VIP, it is also live trade on YouTube. Because when they open this one, the price here that I mentioned, that how we have opened this trade after this GBP CAD trade. Now this is this trade based on the smart money concept, because this is where the smart money bought and sold this market. If you look at the weekly, we can see that the market, this is the previous resistance zone here on the weekly, turn support, and after this massive move on NZD CAD, quite a few weeks we saw that this market consolidated in that area. Now with that consolidation, what we have seen that NZD CAD form a bull flag. Okay, so with that bull flag formation, NZD CAD tested the previous resistance, which is turning support here, and then had a bounce. Now identifying this level will really will give you a good advantage in your trade. It is the key points of being a consistently profitable trader. If you have a decent amount of capital or even a smaller capital, but if you know how to trade, how to do the risk management, take the trade, keep a big profit target, forget about the trade, and that will give you the freedom. And this is why it is important that one must learn the strategy. Investing in your education is very, very important. This is what I mentioned, that guys, if you want to learn those strategies that we are trading, NZD CAD, you can see after crossover of 10 and 20 EMA, in fact it is giving consistently bullish trade alert along this zone. According to our TF strategy, we see again buy alert here. So if you want to know more about it, if you want to learn our strategies, also you can join us. There is a link in the description, and also there is a link at the top of the chat. You can visit us to learn our strategies and also to trade with us. So NZD-CAD, if you're running with us, that's great, but I recommend you to guys always run on the demo account. Any trade that you open, I recommend you to open in the demo account, because everything here is only for only my own experience and for educational purpose only, so that you guys can learn and grow as a trader. So gold is in, yeah, I think that gold is in range. We can do good. Yeah, so if you know the money management, yeah, you can, anything one can do. Okay, it's come down to the risk management, and money management is very important. Yeah, absolutely. AUD USD, yeah, I'm bearish dollar. Yeah, absolutely. Matthew from news. Coach, hope you are great. We can place US30. Mohana, thank you. I'll look at it. Kali. Yes, Coach will is still on NZD-CAD. Thank you very much. Yep. Keep holding. I'll update you when we need to move the stop loss at entry. US30, I'll be looking at. Okay, so US30, as I mentioned, that it's a bullish market. Okay, we already discussed it. Again, this is the daily chart, and from the weekly candle closing, it's look like that it's forming a doji. Now if it is forming a doji like that, okay, now there are two probability on it, is to respect this high and then to continue to rise. There is another probability to form another weekly doji, okay, which is also possible. The market does this all the time. So if it wants to form another doji, then we might see another week of consolidation. Okay, this is the monthly. Now how this monthly candle is closing is really important. I think that, you know, if you look at the US30 overall chart here, this is the resistance zone, smooth resistance on the monthly. Try to understand what I'm telling. Now this kind of resistance, the price sometime find it difficult to break, to create a disharmony in this harmony. And in that situation, what we could see, because the monthly closing like that, half body half week, which is a bullish candle, I think that in the next candle is another 4 weeks. First week we might see initial movement to the upside, testing the resistance, coming down again to the downside in the first week. So that could lead that weekly candle. You can see this one is a doji, still not closed. Looks like that it might be closing as a doji like that, based on how this candle is closing. I think that the next one might test this resistance and then could form another doji like that, and then we could see US30 trending to the upside. This is a one probability. From the daily, we see that the market grab liquidity from here, and you know what I think is that this is the daily chart on US30. This is a bull market. Already the daily candle has formed, and at the same time there is a resistance here. Okay, I think that US30, if it cannot break this resistance, we might see that it might be ranging here and try to grab another amount of liquidity, and then we could see the trending to the upside. This is the daily 4 hour. Now this is where the point is, that because in the 4 hour or in the lower time frame there is still trade to the upside. This candle is crucial, is closing in 22 minutes. Even if we look at the 1 hour, we see that there is bullish price action. I think for the lower time frame we can expect further bullish move on US30, and in the upcoming days and session, in the upcoming times, we might see US30 ranging in this resistance and in this support. So what I discussed a couple of minutes ago about the weekly is, if you reflect it on the 1 hour, what I think that US30 will be trending to the upside, highly likely that it will break this high, and once it will trigger liquidity from the top, it's gonna come down, trending, will break the low, highly likely, not guaranteed, and then will trigger liquidity, and then we might see like that. So now you know, this is why trading sometimes a bit more difficult for some. It's very easy task. It's only because we don't understand that liquidity, because the market in fact move, you know, those who are trading in the market, there's only one purpose of the trader, is to, you know, generate money from the trading, and liquidity is the money. So that's why the price normally moves from liquidity to liquidity. So already the price triggered a liquidity, highly likely it will go to trigger another liquidity, and then it will come back down to another liquidity. So this is what I'm expecting, that US30 now to be bullish on the lower time frame. Shushin, thank you. CHFJ looking trading here. Yeah. I like your analysis. I'm learning. Thank you very much. Yep, that's awesome. CHFJ looking. Okay, so euro dollar, we see that some downside movement expecting on the lower time frame, the 5 minutes. Did anybody open euro dollar trade? Can you let me know in the chat? Buy or sell? If anyone on the euro dollar trade, buy or sell? Can you let me know in the chat if anyone on euro dollar today buy or sell? Chandra, sell. Okay, so what is your entry on euro dollar? So we see that from this resistance, Sophia sell. Okay, very good. Okay, so we could see, I'm expecting to have some, you know, what I'm expecting on euro dollar to drop further to the liquidity zone on the daily 20 EMA. Okay, and okay, so there are some David. So you're short on Euro USD. Okay, so Euro USD, yeah, it could now may continue to drop, but not you know, as I mentioned, that the market okay, so there is a 5-minute chart which is looks like that, looks like this one is a liquidity grab and to the upside. Now as I mentioned, that we could see that euro dollar, this is what we expected earlier, to come to the to the 20 EMA zone, okay, which after grabbing that liquidity looks like that it's now coming down to that level. So gold has done the same thing, has gone well above. Okay, so what we see that okay, just a moment. All right, so we see that euro dollar, yeah, that's a look like a fake move to the upside. Let's see how it is trying to do. Now you can see this is the weekly candle, okay, and there is a weekly daily 20 EM where I have drawn the dotted line here. Okay, let's move on with that. Well, I was okay. I'm taking David, you are short on gold. That may not be a mistake. Sold earlier but stopped out. Okay, yeah. Seems gold may drop. Do you consider the fact that today is the end of the week? And yeah, absolutely. Today is the end of the week and month. That's why the market is very volatile. And this is what we need as a trader, isn't it? A lot of volatility. It's hard. Head and shoulder on. Okay. Hi, sir. Good day. Thank you. Gold will go give a breakout next month now. Can you check your? Yeah, absolutely. How we can use TF? Rahul, yeah, absolutely. TF and Snipe, all that can be worked on gold. No problems. Thank you very much. Okay, so AUD and ZD. This is an ideal trade that normally I always look to have. that's a massive trade. Okay, a big drop, consolidation and drop. Always keep in, when you choose a trade, the reason I'm showing you, the account balance coming from AUD NZD or from gold, from euro dollar is same, isn't it? So I normally do not discriminate because I trade all the pairs that is giving me good trading opportunity. Now AUD NZD, you can see that in this trade, okay, when you see this kind of strong move and then consolidation, a little bit of liquidity, and this kind of pattern you see even on the gold, in all the instrument, when you see this kind of massive drop and consolidation and then liquidity gap, you can expect another massive drop. This is the key points. When you see a rise, massive rise, consolidation, you can expect another massive rise. This is how the market moves. Past will tell you some story about the future. Now AUD NZD are just remaining only 6 pip away from our TP2, okay, which is 4%. So this week, as I mentioned, that NZD CAD has a target for 5%. This one is a 4%. You probably have heard of many people say that monthly 2 to 3% is hard to gain in Forex. That's wrong. Okay, if you do proper risk management, if you know how to pick the right trade in the right time, it is possible to gain a very good return in Forex, because it's a bit of risky business, but when you know how to manage that risk, it is possible for one to gain a very good return from trading Forex once one know how to manage the risk, how to do the risk management, how to calculate the lot size. Now I know that many traders even don't know how to calculate the lot size, so let me show you how to calculate the lot size when you are, let's say, when we are opening this AUD NZD trade, how many pip stop loss. Let me show you that lot size scale. So 20 pip stop loss. If you go to our academy website, so the academy website for position size calculator, and once you go to this position size calculator, click on that. Now if you don't have a risk manager in your platform, then you can use that. So if you are using mobile phone, then there is no other way but using this kind of version. So AUD, so currency pair could be AUD USD, your currency pair, I'm assuming that USD. Now stop loss peep on this trade, it will take less than a minute for you to do that. 21 pip stop loss, so stop loss pip is 21, and risk, let's say by money or percentage, if I consider percentage, let's say your account balance is $100, $500, $1,000, let's say $5,000 as an example, and then your risk is 1%. So calculate, and it will tell you that 0.39 lot for this amount. Now based on your account size, everything will be same. If your account size is, instead of 5,000 is 500, then it will tell you to sell 0.04 lot. If your account size is 100, it might tell you to sell 0.01 lot. If your account is, let's say, $1,000, it might tell you to sell 0.08 lot. This is the key points that one must know to be profitable trader. And I found, I got frequent question that asking how much lot I should buy or sell. It completely depending on how many people stop loss you are putting and what's your account balance, so that your trade is properly managed. Now you can see, once you see this kind of trade and then you buy or sell exactly same amount of lot, that will tell you let's say with a $1,000 account for this trade with 21 pips stop loss, 0.08 lot. Now if this trade goes wrong, you lose only 1% of $1,000, which is $10. Okay, but if you gain, you gain $40. Now if your risk is $100, if it goes wrong, you lose $100, but you gain $400. If your risk is, let's say, $1,000, if you lose $1,000, you gain $4,000. Okay, this is how trading is. So one must understand before being a profitable trader. So what I try to tell. So you see that euro dollar coming down again for, so there was, looks like it was strong liquidity grab on this one. So let me see what all the instruments are doing. Seekers calls, sir, I said TP 1960 was okay. It's head and shoulder on 1 hour plus. It's Friday to take profit and exit. Yeah, sure, we'll be looking at it. Took Euro USD. Okay, catch you, thought I'm short for, yeah. Gold head and shoulder, yeah, we'll look at it. William, yeah, gold has formed a bullish triangle. Which time frame will you are looking at? AUD NZD profit euro. Thank you very much. Yeah, absolutely. Vincent, yeah, I can see your post. Absolutely. Let me know. In the meantime, guys, you can join the free Telegram channel, link given in the chat. Join the free Telegram channel to stay up to date for any kind of updates coming here. So let's see what else we have in the table. Dollar yen is in fact very strongly bullish. Okay, we had a trade dollar yen that has gone exactly to the profit target during the news, which is amazing. Now dollar yen looks to me that this is the 1 hour chart. Looks to me it is forming another bullish move probably. Let me see the 1 hour candle. For me looks like that dollar yen, though it is in a monthly resistance level, I think dollar yen might move a little more further to the upside. Okay, this is the 4 hour candle. After the previous 4 hour, we saw that the market has, this is a, you know, half body half wick. This kind of candle normally is a bullish candle. Okay, so this is 1 hour chart. What I see that now you see, this is what I mentioned, our dollar yen trade that we hit TP, that one has 1.44 times TP. This is a high probability trade. If I look at the 15 minutes on this one here, the 1 hour, probably there's a rejection here. You see the way this candle closed on euro dollar on the 15 minutes, to me it's looked like a bearish candle, though it formed on this support. It may not hold, and I think that this is a liquidity grab, and I think euro dollar now highly likely will come to the daily support. For those who told that running a euro dollar trade is still running, I think that euro dollar might come to the daily 20 EMA zone here. Okay, which I think may not happen, may happen, but for me looks to me that euro dollar, this is the 1 hour candle. You can see after grabbing the liquidity, now the price is now trying to come down, and normally it happens when the price grabbed significant liquidity, especially when it moves against the trend, against the major trend. Let's say daily trend is up, and it triggered a liquidity from the support and then has a big bounce. Now it is coming down. I think that today euro dollar might be testing this 20 EMA on the daily, and that could be very high probability that euro dollar is likely to do that. David Chong, let me look at the gold. See, gold is very annoying, you know. I told also it's a completely sideways. Okay, what I think that gold, the way I see this market, might not go anywhere. It might remain in this one candle and then closing the weekly as a doji like that. Okay, and then coming down to test the weekly support, and from that support we might see that up move. Okay, unless in the next hour it is breaking to the downside. Okay, because you know this market now it's trying to break. Okay, after testing the 4-hour 20 EMA here. So unless it is breaking completely to the downside, okay, it's almost this 5 minutes candle. Now current one is showing a bearish candle, but you can see after this long week candle again has gone up. Okay, almost crossed this high. Sometime looks like that now it is trying to Gilbert, are you still running? Zofia, Gilbert. Okay, looks like that gold. When the market needs to break this kind of important support, it does this all the time. No problems, thank you. Yeah, sometime become very annoying. Gold does this all the time because of the volatility. Gold sometimes does this. Okay, very good. Yes, I'm still okay. It's whenever coming down the buyers, because there is a liquidity trigger here, that's why we see this movement. I think that today should be able to see, this is the weekly candle, okay, which is in fact a doji. We should be able to see some drop on this market today, though it is a long-term bull market, because daily this move happened to the upside is because of this liquidity trigger. Below this candle there is a huge liquidity, but I think that because there is a monthly closing coming, we should be able to see that the market so now there's okay, so let's keep that on for gold. Yeah, you see that very fully sideways market. Okay, even after the news candle, you can feel that range here on gold. This is the 5-minute chart. In the 15 minutes you'll see that very narrow range, one candle, almost 1 2 3 candles range. So the market does this when it needs to gather liquidity. Okay, you can see this kind of market a bit more rarely. See that this is the 15-minute chart on gold. This kind of range you will not see much. That's why, because when the market range like that, it becomes a little bit of difficult to trade, because you need trend to make to take the trade, and then it has to go to the direction, and then you can take it. If you take apart from this area on chart on euro dollar, you'll see that in the whole area the market was trending. You can see there was a range like that in that zone, not even that much. Majority of the time the market was trending, but this range is very narrow, and when it ranges, market ranges. Okay, so let's see. This is what happened, you know, when you see that, let's say USD pair is or gold is ranging, you see JPY pair will give you very good trading opportunity. That's why GBP JPY is unstoppable. After closing the previous candle, we saw that there is another one straight from the top to the upside. Okay, JPY appears very good trading opportunity now, and I think that this one is going to hit this resistance zone today. With that liquidity gap the market has gone, I think that's going to hit that resistance level very soon. So JPY appears showing very impressive move. Just looking at to see GBP very stronger in comparison with the euro. Dollar yen also, after the 1 hour candle close, dollar yen has made a move to the upside. So yen, I think the best pair to look at now is yen for the rest of the time. Anyone, if you are running euro dollar sell trade, then I'll recommend, no, I should not tell what you should do in your trading, but I would move my stop loss at entry, because euro dollar looks like that the way this market started, it didn't go that much and it's on the support, so there should be some downward movement later on gold, euro dollar, but you know, I'm expecting it to come to test the daily 20 EMA, as it is showing, you know, sideways movement. How far it will come down is also a matter of like bit more. We could see downward move, but it may not be that much of a strong move like the one that is doing CHF JPY, Euro JPY. Okay, very volatile move. Okay guys, so let me see that GJ is the strongest. Looks like GBP CHF also breaking to the upside with very strong momentum. I think GBP CHF also starting its a new uptrend to the upside to the weekly close. Dollar yen, dollar yen, I will not recommend, and like I will not be selling any kind of yen pair. Dollar yen looks like that strongly bullish. It grabbed liquidity from this support and then from this 1 hour candle, which is in fact moving in the direction. I will not be a seller in any kind of dollar yen, GBP, JPY. We had a trade today on dollar yen. That's what I was trying to explain to you, that you know, normally when I see this kind of market, I just look for buying opportunity, because this is a very highly bullish, including GBP, JPY, Euro JPY, all of them pushing to the upside. It's a very highly bullish market, will not be a seller. Now we see that GBP USD is bouncing off now because of the sentiment change. Euro dollar also, it is not impossible to start to push to the upside, the way I see it after the news release. Now it might even close as a doji on the daily. We see that euro dollar is not it's not showing the weakness, instead it is showing strength. Euro dollar, this 15 minutes candle has grabbed liquidity from the support. It might even could go sideways or could start to push to the upside, because there is a weekly close, monthly close, long-term bullish, as the market didn't break down, failed to create any lower low. You know, this 15 minutes candle on euro dollar, that I see that it grabbed liquidity and there is a probability for the market to break to the upside. Okay, so if I look at DXY after crossing this high, you know, this is a rejection from the top. This candle is closing in 45 minutes. Because DXY is a long-term downtrend, it is possible for DXY now to come down again, you know, or even close as a doji. So that could lead euro dollar to either to go sideways, to go bullish. Euro GBP, yeah, absolutely, we'll be looking at Euro GBP. Euro GBP has a breakdown again to the downside. If we look at the weekly, we can see that market from this resistance has a rejection. If we look at the monthly, again has come to the monthly support. I will not be seller on Euro GBP. This is a bullish market. I think that after coming down, I'll look for again buying opportunity. You know, in the beginning of the trading week, we started Euro GBP with a buy, and as you can see the market now coming down, I think that it might give us even a buying opportunity again later. Okay, so yeah, I will not be a seller at the moment, though market is trending down, because you know this is an uptrend. It might coming to the, you know, smart money area where previous order block, even it could come to that zone, and then we could see again bouncing to the upside. So in that time we will be looking for, you know, depending on how the price action is doing. At this point in that zone, I don't trade. Either I trade this doji or after a pullback, if we see. For the time being, it is a, you know, in this uptrending market, a lonely candle. Anytime we could see that it's bouncing to the upside. Okay guys, so no problems, David Chung. All right. Okay, so what do we see that from this dollar CAD almost has come to the daily support level. Very interesting. I think that USD CAD, you know, after breaking this low, we may find another bullish trading opportunity on dollar CAD. Okay, So it's coming to the almost daily, you can see daily support level, and dollar CAD does this. If this one is closing like that, we might find next week after breaking the low a buying opportunity. At this point we see the breakdown. You know, in all those I see GBP JPY and USD JPY showing significant trading opportunity, very long bullish. Okay, so yeah, these are the pairs that I'm looking. So in NASDAQ we see that, you know, moving. Yeah, US30 is broken to the upside. US30 has a very strong bullish move. US30 I think started its uptrend. Looks like that we might see that significant movement to the upside on US30. Means NZD CAD, if you missed the, let me look at that. Okay, NZD CAD, at this point I will not recommend the entry, because to enter NZD CAD, if NZD CAD managed to break this low, we might add another position. At that point I'll send another trade alert. Okay, once if we see that NZD CAD has managed to break and then again starting push to the upside, I'll be sending another position adding. At that point you will be able to take that, but at this point I will not, because it's already gone almost quarter. I will recommend to, there will be a lot of trades coming up, as you know that every day we are sending trades and trading, so should be fine. I think that being patient a little bit of okay. There are a lot of trades in the market. Let's see how it does. I will not recommend at this point to enter a trade that has already passed quite a few pip. Okay, so once you will find, then we can, I'll be sending that to you guys. So okay, dollar yen, it's pushing to the upside. Dollar yen and GBP JPY are two very important pair that I see that moving very aggressively. Today I was thinking to buy GJ, but I didn't do that. We could see that if we put that, it could give us almost 250 pip. But anyway, we had quite a few trades. This is almost end of the week. We had a very good week, like as usual, and I want to have, this is the last week of the month. Next week is NFP, another incredible week, guys. This Saturday and Sunday London session time, I will be releasing some of the best education you'll ever find on the free on YouTube channel. Make sure that everyone like and subscribe to the channel. Stay tuned for those content that I will be releasing on Saturday and Sunday, guys, and at the same time don't hesitate to ask any question on the comment section. Make sure that you share those videos so that everyone can get benefit from it. With that said, this is weekend. I know that you may have a plan, and thank you very much for being here. I'll still keep trading until the end of the New York session, and in the meantime, anyone looking for regulated broker, there is a link in the description. You can join EverTrade. They are regulated. Tomorrow I will be releasing a candlestick pattern, a very important lesson in London session time, as well as weekly forex forecast. Sunday also in London session time I will be releasing some important video, as well as the smart money concept will be on Sunday London session time, and then in the night coming up I'll be releasing some important analysis for the next day. Monday is always a very good day. NFP coming next week. If you really want to trade with us and also learn our strategies, you can join us in our Forex Trading Wizard Academy, link in the description area. So with that said, thank you very much. I'll see you again very soon, and thanks for your patience in this channel and all the support that you are giving. Really appreciate that. I'll see you again very soon and talk to you soon. Thank you.